Everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Is Susan? She's going to be one of the realtors in here. Is she? And the girl that's sitting here at the end, she's my gal. One of my two assistants. She works for me from Moncton, and I'm there. She's but she's my technical guru who I bought this yesterday. I wanted for her to see. It's just the business for phone and doing like these wide open houses and stuff. Yeah. Even through my transition, Remax. Okay.
We got it under control now.
Learning.
How are we doing today? Not too bad. Jeremy Turzon. Oui. Just un peu français. Yeah. Basically just the last name.
So you're repeating this at 1 o'clock, right?
Correct, correct. So after this, around 11 o'clock, we're going to do a lab. So it's going to be 15 agents here. Okay, and we're going to do, it's a short lab. I say hi, batters. What's the other one? St. John's. St. John's.
Where they live? They told me where they live.
Like they live in Clarion.
It's you know where like the little like Ready? Fred, you ready? Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Today is a very, very exciting day. Oh, I lost Al. Come on in, Al.
Yeah.
So today is a very, very exciting day. We have Joe Plourde here. He's the Director of Technology for Keller Williams International. This is a unique opportunity. This is where Keller Williams Capital Realty has the pleasure of having Jill, and this is his first presentation of laying out the technology in Canada. So he's gonna, Keller Williams, as I said earlier, doesn't give you anything with a sprinkler, they give it to you with a fire hose. So this morning's gonna be jam-packed with a lot of information, and I wanna welcome the folks in St. John, Moncton, and Bathurst. You guys are gonna hear Jill when we go into the lab at 10:30. The live stream will be cut off, and he'll work with the group that are registered and here this morning. Before I turn it over to Jill, I wanted to welcome my folks from St. John here, and my gal from Moncton, and our newest agent with Keller Williams Capital Realty, Lisa Hare, Susan and Michelle. We are so excited to have you guys on board, and you'll find out this morning what technology is all about with this guy. So with no further ado, Jill, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you all for being there. Like he said, this is my first presentation. It's not the first time I make a presentation, but on this one, it is. And I'm so excited. It's just unbelievable. I'm a tech guy, right? I'm from Montreal. I know quite a bit about New Brunswick because I married a New Brunswick girl. All right? Unfortunately, she passed away many years ago, but she was from Edmundston. It was just a short walk from here, right? Yeah. So thank you very much for being here. I know you guys are, have to deal with the floods and everything, so hopefully it was not too much of a drag for you to come here today. All right, Keller Williams, technology. A few years ago, Gary Keller said, the future of real estate still lies in the hands of agents, but agents need technology. And we have to become the #1 technology company for real estate in the world. And he made a wise decision and started to steer the whole KWRI. Now we know that the system and models work. I mean, we've got the trainings, the coaching, and we've got the profit sharing, everything. That works fine. But technology is what's going to make the difference in the years to come. So, the Keller Cloud, that's the name of the underlying technology that we call it. So you're going to hear this word quite a few times. It's like anything. If we want to launch something in space, this ugly stuff here all around, it's a must. We have to have a launch pad. We have to have something from where this big baby here is going to lift off, and it's going to take things into space. So that in the last 2 years, that's what the engineers have been building. They've been building the launch pad. Things you don't see, things you don't feel, things you can't realize how good it is for you. So before this happened, Keller Williams is all about bolt-on technology. So we needed a CRM. Well, we're going to build what? We're going to have partner with a company, a third-party company, that's going to do it for us. We needed anything else. It's always third parties. But you never control your destiny, right? It's always the business plan of the third parties. So, and that created a lot of headaches and integrations problems. So we're taking all of these pieces of data have been building the Keller Cloud. So all of the data, we're putting everything into one big database. So that's the launch pad. You've never seen it? You probably will never see it, but you'll enjoy it, believe me. So this is the Keller Cloud here. This is a big, nice, beautiful of data layer. You don't know. But think about your listings, your contacts, your appointments, all of your performance data. Everything that is part of your business is data, right? Right now, you probably use a CRM here, a website there, an agenda, an email system here. So all of that has to come together. That's the Keller Cloud. At the top here, we have the Market Center. Oh, Amanda's not here. No, she's using tools that contains data about all of you guys, but she works in silo, so you don't see what she's doing. You have the virtual agent and the consumers. So those are the three big sphere of technology that we're addressing. Of course, we're starting with the agent because that's where the biggest interest is. After that, we're going to go to the market center and the consumer. So as we build this, you'll see we're addressing these three, but most importantly, the agent one. The good thing about building something that way is if you have a third-party software you're using today, for example, some are using Top Producer. They've been using it for a long time, or I don't know, commissioning. So, and they don't want to get rid of it anytime soon. They could have, if that vendor is interested in partnering with Keller Williams, we're going to have APIs to connect to that Keller Cloud. Now, the most important thing is that third party now has to comply to the data pledge of Keller Williams. What's the data pledge? The data pledge is the data belongs to you, not to the third party. Okay? For example, if you have a CRM and you have a callback feature on your CRM, and you need to have, like it's calling back people or texting messages, you need a phone number to dial out. Who that phone number belongs to? It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the vendor. When you leave, if you want to depart with that system, what happens? People are going to be calling back that old number. So it's not yours. So that the data pledge is all data has to belong to you. So if they do that, then we can connect any number of third-party software to it. So far, so good? The goal is capture, secure, consolidate data in order to generate insights for you. The more data we have, the more insights we can generate for you to be in front of your clients and have smart conversation with them. The more data you have, the more insight you have, the better you're going to be with your clients. Okay. Labs. How is this brand new technology being built? By you. So Keller Williams' strategy is who knows better than you guys what you need? Nobody. It's not the IT guy sitting in the dark just pounding at his keyboard that knows what you need. You're walking the land. You're talking with your clients. You know what you need. Right? They're good at writing code, but what you need is you. So the way it's being built, we call it labs. It's like, think about it. As of last week, Keller Williams has 182,000 agents. Don't you think we have some kind of idea what we need? Some of those probably know what we need. So that's how we do it. So everybody, 182,000 people, started building stuff. That's quite impressive. So we're going through labs. And labs, there is a very, very strict, very specific process to build it. The first thing is ideation. So someone somewhere, probably somewhere called Gary Keller and Josh team, they say, okay, we're going to start working on referrals. We're going to start working on CRM. We're going to start working on something. So they have to identify a piece of a tool that you guys need. They bring people together in Austin, mega producers, like those who are producing 10, 15, 40, 100 millions a year. They have big teams. They sit together and they start thinking about how they would like to see that product come to life. What kind of features do they need? What needs to be there? That's the ideation. This is what we call a mastermind. They get some ideas together. They draw, things on piece of papers, and then they give it to the product manager. Product manager puts it all clean, send it back to the team. The team says, "Yep, this is what we've talked about." Then they give it to IT. IT makes the first draft. Even the color of the buttons, the size of the buttons, everything is done by your fellow colleagues. Nothing is decided by IT no more. It's all you. Then when the mastermind team says, okay, that makes sense, and IT has made the first draft, then we send it into controlled environment where we invite people to the labs. Who knows about the labs here? Nobody? Yeah, you do? Okay. Who follows up on the labs dashboard on Connect? Okay, so I'm going to give you some instructions today. What you need to do, it's your business. You have to monitor that, because I'll give you some real life stories that's going to make you, ooh, okay, am I missing something here? Control introduction, people, a limited set of people are trying it, testing it, and there's a feedback button. They identify the bugs, submit ideas, then the second iteration, then it goes, when it moves up, more feature, it goes to limited availability. Limited availability just means that we just add more people to the labs team, okay? Like limited availability may mean that we're 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 agents just testing it, okay? And then when it's getting better and better, we do general availability. We never decide when it's going to be released. Never. So there's no release date, like before you used to, okay, March 3rd there's going to be a release of this feature or this product. No more. How is it decided? We have indicators. We do surveys with the people being in the labs, and when we get to a certain score, boom, we make it available to everybody. So who decides if it's ready for general release? It's you guys. It's the people who are testing it and using it. So far, so good? Okay. So the mastermind, like I said, they make some drawings and mock-ups. It goes to the design phase. It comes back, incubation, etc. So it's a teamwork. It's a team effort. You can be part of those labs. What you need to do, you go on KW Connect, Resources, Technology, Labs. There is what we call a labs dashboard, which is it. It is. You see all the products. Now there's only 4, but if you go today, there's more than that. You see all the products or features that are being developed, which phase they are at, the number of people waiting in the queue to be part of those labs, and you can click a button and say, I want to put my name there. Now the good thing about putting your name there is that you may just get an email soon thereafter inviting you to a virtual lab. Because what the team has been doing in order to involve more people, because it's, 182,000 agents. That's a lot of people. And sometimes if you want, it's, hey, this, I have interest in contributing to this, but I'm number 8,500 and whatever. It may take a while for you to get to that lab, maybe never. But they're doing virtual labs. So you may get an email with a link, you click, and then you've got some mock-ups, some screenshots, and say, okay, what do you like about this screen layout, these features? You can say, okay, no, I don't like this click button here. I would prefer to have it there. So they go and sense a large number of agents on how they would view that screen, and it's based on volume. So the more people that vote to have the button here, it'll be there. That's it, okay? It gives you one opportunity to be part of it, to be part of something and building it. And 90 days before family reunion, Gary Keller decided that we needed a referral system. Why? Because we have thousands and thousands of agents subscribing to third-party software, going to Facebook. Who goes on Facebook here for referrals? You do. Oh, wow, okay, almost everybody. What's the good side of it? What's the good side of using Facebook for referrals? It's easy. That's one. It's free. That's another one. Okay. What's the bad side of it? Where's your data? You think it's in your computer, right? Wrong. It's not there. So it's not yours. It's on Facebook. Can you track it? There's nothing you can do. So you're paying, people are paying, those who are using third-party referrals vendor, they're paying the vendor to register their referrals, to send referrals, and they're giving a share of their earnings. When they want to get out, what do they live with? They leave with nothing, because the vendor says, that's my data, it's not yours. Stick around, it's going to be yours. Keep sending these checks every month, and it's going to be yours. Everything I'm going to be talking about today is at no cost to you. Wow. Some teams are paying up to $10,000 a year just to have tools to manage and improve their business. This is at no cost. And believe me, what you're going to see is totally apart from what some people are using today. So 90 days. Gary Keller said we need a referral system, and we need to have it by family reunion. So they started the labs, mastermind. They got a bunch of mega producers together. Then they just speeded up the process. It was launched at family reunion. 2 months later, referrals of Keller Williams is now the biggest referral system in the world. Okay? We've got about, in 2 months only. Do I have something on that? No. Okay, I'll get back to this. In 2 months only, we had 1.8 million referral requests between agents. Agents inviting out other agents. We got 745,000 connections. That means we have 745,000 people connected in different ways. 145,000 unique connections. How many sales through referrals in 2 months? Give me a number. In just 2 months. 100,000. No, that's a bit too big. Over 8,500 sales generated between Keller Williams agents in 2 months. And this didn't happen on Facebook. It happened on Keller Williams referral. That's over 1.5 billion of volume. One agent got it. He got a light, and he said, oh, I'm going to be using referral and Facebook, and I'm going to build myself a little business here. In 2 months, generated 100 sales from home. What he did, he went on Facebook and he said, okay guys, if you're moving from A to B, whatever you're going, I'm here. I have 180,000 friends waiting for you, specializing in all kinds of things. Because with referrals, you can select, if you need someone to send, one of your clients to send to a French-speaking person, Spanish-speaking person, someone who specializes in condos in Austin, in wherever in the world, you have access to all that. I mean, that's a big network out there. So you can make yourself a moving specialist using this referral system. And the more you build it, the better you are, because the more you get known, right? So you can, who are those who've used referrals so far? Really, eh? Who of you are going to take a look at it? Seriously. I'm not a real estate agent. I wish I were, because with the tools that are coming, I know I could build a little empire, definitely. This referral thing it's like you have 180,000 agents in your team, if you think about it. It's just amazing. There's a lot of movement, you know, just between the Maritimes. Think about it. You could build all of this in here. How much does it cost? 0. It's amazing. Oh, and with Kelly, and I'll show it a little bit later, with Kelly, who knows what Kelly is? You've heard the name, eh? Okay. With Kelly, you may soon become the referral star in your neighborhood, and I'll show you how. Who are those who have downloaded Kelly as required before coming here? Okay, no, not you? Okay. Who are those who connected to their referrals and invited at least 5 people to connect? Bravo. I'm proud. I'm proud. How hard was it? Okay. And were you curious enough to, I'm going to use this filter, that filter, and this and that? That was pretty easy, wasn't it? Why was it that easy? Who built it? Agents. Don't they know what they want? Think about it. If it was an IT guy, you would have needed a user guide. So that's how easy it is. So the way it was built is that when you send a referral to another agent, you can put a timeline. I'm offering you this referral client, but you have 24 hours to reply. After 24 hours, before you couldn't resend it, now you can resend it. So instead of having to build everything again, you just click the resend button, and out it goes. Those are just little updates that are going to be deployed or have just been deployed. When you're looking at a team, you now see the overall team performance. So that gives, if you want to send a client to someone that has a big team, you can see how that team is producing. Here, the notes. If I'm sending a referral to you, I want to take some notes on that, on you and on this referral. I can create some notes so I can keep track of discussions we may have or whatever. Coming soon, you're going to be able to build your own map. So when you go on referral right now, you see where the market centers are. Well, you're going to be able to see where my fellow referral agents are. So you're going to be able to have a map. Do I have someone in Vancouver? Do I have someone in here? You know? So you'll be able to build your map. You'll be I don't know all that stuff, I'm telling you. It's going too fast. Okay, that's a note that you want to send along to an agent. So I'm sending you this client. He's a long-time friend. He's looking for this kind of property. So that's a note that you're sending along to that agent. Referral now. So you can send a broadcast. So you have 10 agents that you're working with in a specific area. And you want to offer a referral to a group of agents. So you can broadcast. Agents will see that referral request come in, but they won't know it's you. Okay, and I'll explain you why. Then agents are going to bid on it or to say, yes, I want it, I want it, I want it. You're going to get those response back. You're going to be able to view them and select one winner. That winner is going to be notified, and the others are going to receive an email or a text saying, okay, that referral is now closed. Unfortunately, it's not you. That's not what it says. But that's it. They don't know who got it. They don't know who you are. Why? Because if they know who you are, they're going to pick up the phone and they're going to start calling you. They're going to start texting you. They're going to start emailing you. You don't want that. Okay. And you'll be able to, well, this is what I was just talking about. So it's like anonymous. You're broadcasting something anonymously. Okay. So who is going to use referrals? There you go, there you go, there you go. Smart move. Why? Oh, I heard, what did I hear? What did I hear? Money. That's a good reason. That's a very good reason. Okay. Kelly. Who could describe me what Kelly is? Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Anybody, that's what it is. KW Siri, there you go. And you see how big it is already? Kelly has had over 60,000 downloads since Family Reunion. That's amazing. That's big. Now, it should be more than that. People should understand that Kelly is now your virtual assistant. It's your Keller Williams Siri. It is your voice-activated assistant to all of your data. You remember at the first slide one of the first slides I showed us, I said there's a data layer. All of your data is there. Who goes on the KW Connect? Is it overwhelming? Yeah. It is, eh? If only I can ask the question. Ask Kelly. Oh, she's a 2-year-old. Maybe at first she won't understand you. Just type it in. And if she doesn't understand you, a week or two later she will. Why? Because all of those skills are being added at a rate that is just unbelievable. So, can someone try it? Have you tried it? How did you try it? Yeah? So what kind of question do you ask Kelly?
I was asking stuff about my GCI.
What does it tell you?
It brings it up from the GCI calculator.
Okay. Guys, try it. Ask Kelly about your CGI. Ask about what do you have to do today? What's on the agenda today? Have you ever told Kelly, add an appointment?
I've told Siri that.
Yeah, so you just tell Kelly, add an appointment. Kelly will ask you want me to add 1, 2, 3, or 4? You say 2. Then right after, say, what are my CGI? It'll be updated. You didn't have to go through Connect and click here and click there and click there and click there. Probably 2 clicks, 1 question, or you just one question typed, or just 1 question asked. So think about that. That's a big time saver. And it's just going to get better and better and better. So KW Connect is going to be around for the dinosaurs, like me. But for you, it's going to be Kelly. It's all going to be about Kelly. You're in your car. You need to know something. Hey, Kelly. Kelly wakes up. Ask the question. Get the answer. There will be a day soon where you'll say, hey, Kelly, send a message to your wife. Okay? And Kelly will say, well, she'll be in listening mode. You'll dictate the message. She'll create a wave message, attach it to the email, and send it while driving. So Kelly is going to be a better and better and better virtual assistant, indeed.
Excuse me.
Yes?
So Kelly gets her information from the KW cloud.
Correct.
Okay.
She's directly connected on the cloud. So as we move more and more data, for example, in the next 30 to 45 days, you're going to be some tremendous changes in Kelly. Big, big changes. You'll have the listings on Kelly. Not all listings. I think there's going to be 400 MLSs or 400 market centers. I don't remember which one of the two that are going to be added as phase one. So that means agent will say, okay, Kelly, listing, ask information on listing 1, 2, 3 front. Boom, it's going to show up. No more typing, no more nothing, just asking. You'll be able, do you want to be a star on the referral network? You're going to be able to build your neighborhood because you're going to be able to create insights directly into Kelly. You'll take a picture of something and you'll tell Kelly, add an insight. And you'll be able to type some beautiful text about this so that you and other fellow agents can use thereafter. So 180,000 people starting to create neighborhood insights, community information. Are you seeing it? That means this is information that nobody else has. Who's the biggest brand in the world? Which one? No, the biggest brand in real estate. Keller Williams. Yeah, we have about 60,000 more agents than Remax. Sad to say. Okay, that means that you are 180,000 and growing people, number of people building these insights, giving you some, very, very important and interesting information for you and your clients. Your clients ask you a question. What about this neighborhood? Hey, Kelly, what about this neighborhood? Boom, 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 boom. Out it goes. Wow. The client's going to look at you and say, what the hell is this? I told you we're the biggest team. So, and as you grow your insights, your scores on your referral network is going to crank up. That means that if I'm looking for someone who knows Fredericton, I'm probably to have a tendency to go to the one who has created the more insights on Fredericton. He seems to know about it, right? So it's all there for that. That's the new interface of Kelly that's going to show up within the next 30 days. Right now on Kelly, if you click the little eye at the very top right, you'll have some indication of the type of questions you can ask Kelly. So what they've decided to do is to bring those into the home page so that you can select the category, like listings or calendar, and then you can ask or type a question. It's more intuitive. It's easier to use rather than starting from the blank page that it is today. Does it make sense? Anything that you have in your database, Kelly will one day just be there to spit it out to you, just through a question. So if you, yes, go ahead.
So it takes it from the edge. So you gotta put all your contacts in the edge before she can access it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the listings are uploaded from MLS or from
Uh,
KW?
okay. It is not connected to E-Edge. Okay? It is connected to command. And we'll see command just a little bit later. Okay? But you'll have your question answered. By the way, when you build your referral network, you're actually building your CRM, your Keller Williams CRM. You don't see it, you don't know it, but that's what you do. The Keller Williams CRM is called Command, which is going to be released soon. Okay? And I'm going to show you a snapshot of what Command is. Yeah, you had a question?
So the contacts that we're currently inputting
Yeah,
will show up on Kelly at some point, it's just not active yet, right? Yeah.
totally, totally. Okay. Yeah, well, you can add, you can say, okay, Kelly, send a note to John Smith. If you have 3 John Smith, Kelly is going to say, which John Smith, you know? So it's already doing a lot of good stuff for you. Start using it. Start getting used to it. Don't be frustrated. Are you frustrated at a 2-year-old child? Don't be. Just appreciate, you know, it's learning, it's growing. It's going to be amazing stuff for you, I'm telling you. Okay. Insights. There you go. Insight. This is something that's coming. I find this amazing. You're building your own insight in your own system that will benefit all of your fellow colleagues. Yeah, and you don't have to use Nextdoor or other third parties to do it. You do it for to who the data belongs? To you. That's impressive. I would like to. I'm going to play a couple of videos. I want to show you what is about to be released. And that's an old video because the screen layout have been slightly updated. So will sound come out of there, Brad? We'll try it. Firewall. I should have tried it. Gonna have to go through my phone, unfortunately. It doesn't mean you don't have a good installation, Austin. It happens. It's a firewall thing. Here. It doesn't come out. So what can I do? Is it I'm connected. Okay. Oh, it's coming. Okay.
This is a command contact management.
No, I'm okay. The sound is not coming out. That's all. It's just there is. You want to go for the settings? Or wait, up here. And this. Sound.
Output. Sony.
Okay.
Close that.
Walkthrough. So Command is an application built on Keller Cloud that helps agents run their business. We start off with Katie, who's an agent at Keller Williams. She has logged into Command and now has a dashboard of all her activity within her business. From today's tasks, this week's tasks, her CGI goals, her upcoming calendar meetings, her to-do lists, and who to contact within her workday. So Katie wants to be able to manage her contacts. So she goes to our contact management application. In the contact management application, Katie can look at all her contacts, their critical information like phone number, email, last contacted time, and groups. Groups allow Katie to better manage her contact database by grouping them or segmenting them into different groups. At the above, you'll have filters. Filters allow Katie to quickly work with her contact database to find the contacts she needs or the group she needs to interact with. To start, Katie wants to extend the reach of her contact database into other applications, mainly her productivity tools. So Katie can go into applications where she can connect third-party applications to Keller Cloud. These can include everything from productivity down to social media to marketing applications. So Katie's going to connect her Gmail as well as her Google Calendar so she can interact with her contacts. Now that
It's not, okay, now it looks like there's a delay.
those applications are connected, Katie can go back to her contact list, search for a contact, and start to get a background, to get context of what she needs to do for Nancy. So Nancy, a client, is looking for homes, so she can bring up her information and can see everything that has occurred with Nancy. At the top left, you'll see her status. She went from a prospect to a current client. She's currently in the market looking for a home. Her information is all located in the left column. In the middle column is a timeline of all the activity that has occurred with Nancy, everything from notes to meeting invites to communications that Katie has put into Command. On the right is all the activity from opportunities to smart plans to referrals. So now that I have context, Katie can go into Gmail. Now we're leaving Command application and write Nancy an email saying a new listing has popped up that might be interesting for her, wants to send it over to her, get that information, and see if she would be interested in taking a look. So now that I sent it from Google, no longer does Katie have to come in and manually put that information.
I want to stop here for a second. Did you see the magic here? Did you realize the magic? I went on Google and I sent Nancy an email. Could be a listing information, whatever. Any information. We're working on the deal and it's inspection results, and I want to send her something about it. It shows up here. No longer you have to go to Google to search for that email. It shows up here. You click on it and you got it. Think of a team. You have a team assistant. Hey Nancy, can you please look what we told that client? She doesn't have to go to Google, to your Google account, search what. She goes to Command, goes to that client, boom, it's all there. And that's going to be covered by text message, everything. Everything in one place.
And as we all know, agents are constantly on the go and have very long days, so a lot of the times it's forgotten or saved for the next day. With Keller Cloud and being able to integrate, that information is automatically captured via Keller Cloud and inserted into Nancy's timeline. So we now see that a message was sent to Nancy to check in on a new listing that provided. So this continues on. Katie and Nancy decide that they want to take a look. So I can go to Google Calendar. I can set up an appointment for Katie. Again, this is outside of Command. So we can go look at creating an event, saving it, and sending it over to Nancy to schedule that event. Again, because of Keller Cloud and the integration with these applications, that event is captured and put into Nancy's time frame. So you'll see a meeting with Nancy has been scheduled for the future time for the agent. This helps agents become more productive, automate their interactions with their agents, and better plan their days to be able to look at a glance what is important, what tasks they need to do, and what meetings they have upcoming with their clients.
I don't know why, but my screen is moving, but that one is not. It's not updating, so that's why you don't see the motion. So what it was showing is that I want to meet with my client, so we set up a Google invite, and that Google invite suddenly shows up in the timeline as well. So everything is there. So if you want to have a story about your interaction with a client, it's all in one place. You no longer have to go to 3, 4 places. Of course, to create that invite, you go to Google. To send that email, you go to Google or Hotmail or whatever. But as a result, it all shows up here in command. All right?
Clients in their database.
Yeah. Okay, so that one is done. So that's going to be available for you soon. I call it magic. I mean, there's nobody else. There's no other piece of software that gives you something as deep as this. All of your clients, all of your timelines, all of your CGI, everything that you need to know about your business in one place. Now, when you sign up a listing, what's the first thing you want to do? You want to market this listing. You want to put it in front of a number of people. So let's see what's coming on that. And hopefully this is going to follow, because that's...
Hi, my name is Scott Hipple. I'm going to walk you through Smart Plans. So here's the login screen for Command. We'll get past this. All right. So this is the dashboard for Command. Here is where your business will live. Up here you can see the CGI monthly tracking. We have our calendar. We have just very high level view of our tasks we're doing this today and this week, tasks to do in detail down here, and then a list of a carousel of people we would like to connect to today. Now let's jump into Smart Plans. That is this third icon here. So this is Smart Plans is
Brad, can we find out why it's not moving there, but it's moving here?
Are you connected to our Wi-Fi or your own?
No, I'll connect to your Wi-Fi. That's probably the reason. Okay. Let's see if he's right.
Workflow automation and task management for your business. This is what our Smart Plans dashboard will look like before we have any Smart Plans started. So to get started with Smart Plans, we're going to want to go to the KW library. The KW library is where we will have pre-built Smart Plans for agents. These Smart Plans will be authored by KWRI or other agents like yourself. KWRI.
Really need that one. Really need to. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When I stop, it catches up. I'll keep stopping. Okay.
Smart Plans will be for free always. The cool thing is, agents like you can publish your custom Smart Plans to the KW library to share, and when you do that, you'll have an option to make them free and available to everyone, make them free and available to your team only, and then also allow others to pay for them or have others pay for them. So you can either charge a flat fee or a monthly subscription.
You got that? Okay, Smart Plans is a way to market your listings. So you'll be able to create, who are those who know about Infusionsoft, for example? Or you could say, okay, when I get a new listing, I'm going to give it a red tag or a blue tag or whatever. And when I give it that tag, I want the system to automatically start doing actions. What I want to do is I want to do a email campaign. I want to do a direct mailing. I want to do a Facebook ad. You know, I want to do these various things for me. And I don't want to bother about doing it in system A, system B, and systems. I want to do it all in here. Now, sometimes you can have very, very basic smart plans. Sometimes you can have very, very complex smart plans. And if you are in a niche and you've created a very complex smart plan, you could sell it to fellow colleagues through this application. There will be thousands of smart plans available for free from KWRI or other agents like you who have built some smart plans.
How is this different from the campaigns in eEdge, or how is it equal to?
Better.
Okay,
Way better.
but similar concept?
Similar concept, yeah.
Is this replacing eEdge?
Yes,
So instead
it
of
will.
this, we're gonna have to.
It will. Well, when I say it will, it's going to be your decision. Well, probably 5 years from now, eEdge is no longer going to be around, that's for sure. But when am I going to give up on something I know how to use today versus this? It's going to be your decision. If you're using a third-party CRM software and you're doing some very, very, very specific things with that, as the features are being brought into Command, at one point you're going to say, well, you know what? Everything that Command does is what I need. So I don't need to pay $79 a month or whatever to this other third-party software company anymore. So I'm going to export my contacts, import them into Command, and there you go. So it's always going to be your decision. It's the same thing for eEdge. Okay?
So smart plans will be like action plans, drip campaigns, all of that coming together. I really like this market listing smart plan. We can click here to see the details. As you can see here, this market listing smart plan integrates 3 different unique step types that smart plans have. So smart plans is deeply integrated with our lead accelerator. So for this market listing smart plan, it incorporates the Facebook component of our lead accelerator, the Facebook ad accelerator. It also incorporates a direct mailing postcard and a just listed auto email as well. So I'm really digging this one. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my smart plans. We can see here, we click into my smart plans. Now I have a smart plan. It's currently not active, so before I can activate it, I need to configure it. So when I go to activate it, it'll push me to the configuration screen. So this is the configuration screen for my market listing smart plan. This first step, the Facebook advertisement, is linked to my listing from the KWLS. For the sake of this demo, it's already been selected. It pre-populates the Facebook advertisement here on the right. It populates all of the creative, so the content and the photos from the KWLS listing. I can edit it here, but if I'm happy with the content that is pre-populated for my KWLS listing, I don't have to do anything. The only thing I really might want to pay attention to is my targeting and my budget, which we do here. The next step is our direct mailer smart plan step. So for this one, we have the address for our listing, and we can select a radius around that address to send a direct mail postcard to. And we're working with a direct mail service provider
Post
who
Canada,
will
Canada
give us
Post.
an estimate of how many homes are in that radius and how much it would cost to send each address a postcard based on the ink that's on the postcard. Is it using 5 colors or is it black and white, that kind of stuff. So we can, again, we just configure the content here on the left. We can see the live preview up here on the right. And then the last one is just an auto email marketing configuration. So again, same thing as you've used for MailChimp or Constant Contact or eEdge. You're just configuring your email, and again, content on the left, live preview on the right. What's cool about this is we are actually integrating with email service providers so that no one agent can ever blacklist all KW agents by being too spammy. We've had that happen in the past, so by working with partners, you are completely isolated from that risk. So down here at the bottom, the last step of the smart plan is to add your contacts and groups to that smart plan. You can add contacts individually. You can add groups one by one. Groups will be broken into 2 primary types of groups. You have static groups. So those would be people that I specifically have manually added into a group and said, these 5 people are family. This is my family group. You can also have dynamic groups, which would be you set rules and filters that will look at your database and constantly update based on what you've set as your rules and filters. So for example, you can have a dynamic group of, these are people who I have not reached out to in the past 90 days. That'd be a dynamic group. Or you can set a rule that, you know, dog lovers. If I've tagged any of these people dog lovers or any other interest, golf lovers, then anytime you add a tag to someone, it'll update them and automatically put them into the dynamic group. So that's a really great way to ensure you're covering your database in terms of smart plan usage. So I'm going to go ahead and save and activate. Once I've saved and activated my smart plans, you see it moves to an active smart plan card, and then on the dashboard, let's fast forward 2.5 months. I have 1 smart plan running. So you can see here, this is your analytics board. You'll have your daily tasks here on the right. So each task has 4 activities associated with it. You can mark it as complete. You can mark it as skipped. That might be for like a contract to close smart plan. Let's say one of your tasks is complete HOA documents, but my client for this smart plan doesn't have an HOA. Well, that's great. We'll just skip that task. And then the other 2 tasks are actions you can do with tasks are delegate them. So that's going to be really important for teams, and snooze them. So I really want to send Aubrey this email, but I don't have all of the paperwork from the seller's agent yet. So I'm going to go ahead and snooze that for 2 days and hope that that gets into me, so that way 2 days from now when I'm reminded, I'll have everything and I'll go ahead and do it. And down here at the bottom, we have the recommended for you area. So those are going to be just new smart plan updates and recommendations that we think like, hey, we looked at your database and we think these smart plans would help you reach them in a meaningful way. And then at the bottom right, we have smart plan activities. So this is all of the automation. This is visibility into what's happening in the background for you. So all of the things that you've automated that you might not necessarily have good insight into on other platforms. We want to put that front and center so you know what work you're doing in the background. And then the analytics panel will give you basically a graph view. The x-axis will always be the time, and the y-axis will be configurable to you. So that could be emails sent in a specific time frame, or it could be how many contacts are on my smart plans. So again, very fluid, very customizable, very powerful, very simple, all for you, Mr. Agent. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
All in one place. Now, we talk about marketing a listing, but you can have, you want to reach out to clients in any way, in a number of ways, right? Happy birthdays, whatever, you know. You need to stay in touch with your client base at all times. So this is a way of doing it. So you don't need a listing to do a campaign. You may want to reach out to your clients, you know, for a number of reasons. So it keeps track of everything. And remember one thing, this is all tied up together. If you send an email to Nancy through here, where is that email going to show up? In command, in your timeline. Everything is going to be there. Okay? So what are your thoughts so far? Good, eh? Do you think you could use something like this? Okay? It's only the start.
Will it link
It is only a start.
Will it link the individual client to the listing that they have up? Like if I'm selling this house, does it show that together connected on command?
He's a seller?
So I'm a seller.
Yes.
And does command link my listing to my contact name so that I can keep track
Absolutely.
of both the listing and the contact?
Absolutely.
At the same time?
Absolutely. Yes. He was the seller client. So he's in your command. He will automatically populate in your CRM. You don't have anything to do. As the listing comes to KWLS, that contact is going to be uploaded in your command.
Okay.
You don't have anything to do. Okay? So the idea here is that once a piece of data has been entered somewhere, nobody has to touch it ever again a second time, unless you want to fix it. That was a mistake. So if you broker load a listing at the board, you guys do that here? You broker load your listings? Yeah? Because some boards it's done by the board. But whoever does it, that listing has to make its way through the system, right? It has to go to KWLS, it has to go to Amanda, it has to go through. Why do we have to retype the whole thing again? And again, and again. So the idea here is it's going to be broker loaded, and then every single piece of data is going to make its journey to where it should go, including your command. Now suddenly you're going to open up command and you're going to see a new client or a new contact in your database. And when you fire up that contact, you're going to see that listing. You'll be able to click and see that listing. So it's all going to be in one place. Think about it, when you talk of teams, collaboration, everything being in one place, everyone see the same data all the time. It's quite amazing. Now, I have a number of other videos, but because of time, I'm not going to have time to show it all, but it's just to give you an insight on where this is all going, and it's happening now. We have 5,000 people who have been building command. 5,000 people. Not two guys isolated in an IT shop. 5,000 agents.
Is there a time frame for command, Jill?
Who asked the question? Yeah. What did I say before? Who decides when we release it?
But in general, do we have is it a year away? Or
Oh, no, it's all happening now. It's all happening this year. Everything I showed you, it's there.
So how soon can we connect to it?
It's before the end of the year. In the next 30 to 45, if you guys make it a commitment to monitor your labs, to monitor your technology, where you can, you're going to see some amazing stuff coming up in the next 2 months at a pace you guys probably won't even be able to follow. It's going to happen fast. Remember I said at the beginning when I showed you that shuttle, the launch pad is built. The shuttle is just firing up, and it's going to go up fast. I'm telling you. Just to give you a little an extra teaser, where is it? Here. So I'm going to show you that is in lab right now, and it's called Sketch House. Sketch House is for you to give you the ability to create postcards, flyers, listing sheets, name it. Okay, it's just to create stuff for marketing your listings or branding yourself. So you'll be able to import photos. You know where I'm getting at with this, right? And it's all going to be integrated into smart plans. So that's being labbed right now, give or take a couple of months. So when you return, that's going to be in command. It's all going to be in one place. Yeah, you saw in command, okay, that's command. All of this left bar here.
Be able to upload their designs to
Absolutely.
And will those be for sale, or are they all going to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
how does it integrate with Edge right now?
It doesn't. Right? Not that I know of. It doesn't integrate with Edge. Edge it has its limit, and the limits are quite low. This is going to be the future.
Will it eventually pull the contacts from Edge over?
Yes, absolutely. We don't want you to start
Yeah.
typing everything. Yeah.
Is that a priority? Like when you go live, will it be able to pull Edge, or is that like a 5-year plan to pull Edge contacts?
No. I haven't heard of any plans to pull graphics from Edge, but the contacts, it's day one.
Okay.
Day one. Because otherwise, there's no incentive of going to command. If you have 3,000 contacts in Edge. Where are all your contacts?
Yours are in Edge.
How did you put them in the Edge? She's on the edge.
We brought them through
Import?
the automatic import
That's
from
right.
Top Producer.
Yeah. Okay. So there's going to be. I don't think that you're going to have to do anything.
But when it came through, it was a cluster. It
Yeah.
was not well integrated.
No.
We had to go in and touch every file and clean it up and categorize it. And it
Right.
was hours of work. It was about 30 or 40 hours.
So I know that there's a team that we don't really need agents to build this integration because it's more related to data and, taking this piece here, putting it there. So, but I know there's a team of people working on how to migrate data from Edge or to producers, building those integration points.
Currently, we have to put it in the Keller Williams page ourselves. It doesn't automatically upload from the.
For KWLS.
Right, for KWLS, we have to do that manually. So that's
Think
gonna
about it
change.
like, when do you go on vacation?
Right now, you have to put it in KWLS.
Yes.
When do you go on vacation? When do you go on vacation?
You want me to?
No, when do you go on vacation? Just curious.
I don't have one scheduled.
Okay, so let's make it July. Think about July, and by July you'll never have to enter a single piece of data
So
again.
that's something that we couldn't do, but we will do.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, we could do it because we have what we call KWLS 1.0, but we have built KWLS 2.0. And the reason is to be compliant with RETS 2.0. Okay, this is very, very technical. So right now we have about, I'd say close to 1,000 MLSs that are feeding KWLS. And there's a handful of MLSs that are not, and they're Canadian. Okay, because of the same old problem, Keller Williams always used bolt-on technology, meaning third parties. And for those MLSs, data input, they've always used third parties. Guess what? They're not quite accustomed to Canadian stuff. So Keller Williams has decided they're going to do it themselves. But they have to sign deals with 4-digit MLSs. I mean, there's in North America, in Canada, you have 106 boards or MLSs. So it's coming along. But at first, they're going to use CREA, DDF to feed all of KWLS, and that's going to happen in June, July.
Okay. That answers that.
That means that those listings are going to be fed into Win More. So Amanda won't have to re-enter those listings again. Well, no, right now you're using Lone Wolf here, right? So that's the integration point. No, you have to enter those listings. Yeah. Are you using Wolf Connect for the showings?
No.
What are you using for showing? Touchbase? Touchbase, okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be Sketch House, and there's a team working on that. There's a team of agents. It's right now it's in the incubation stage. So the mastermind took place. So that's what you see here is the overall. But here again, I mean, you're going to be able to, create. Don't ask me. I'm the worst creator that you can imagine. I mean, what's color fits with that color? They all fit together in my opinion. So, but you'll be able to create beautiful stuff, ugly stuff, whatever. And then we are integrating with Canada Post. So you'll be able to draw an area on a map, and then it's going to tell you how many doors you have and how much it's going to cost you for postage. And we're working in a deal with Canada Post to bring those costs down as well.
So that's great having all this stuff, right? And we all know that it's overwhelming because there's so much of it, right? So will there be like any video tutorials to guide us through, here's where you go, step one, step two, to create these things?
I would think yes. It would be logical.
Because otherwise, it's great having it, but if you don't know what to do, then you're spinning your wheels,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Well, the idea is always, remember what I said. Those tools are created by agents.
Yeah.
So most likely they've thought about this has to be easy to use. Because from where they start, they didn't start with an IT mind, they started with a user mind. So it's different. But I would think there would be some tutorials, absolutely. That also will be overwhelming because you'll be flooded with tutorials. And all of that is going to cost how much?
Zero.
That's a good number, for once. 0. All of this technology. Any question? Okay. So if there's no question, then that's what I had to show you. Once again, all of this is being built for your success. So if you use it, then you're gonna find ways to use this stuff like nobody else. You can share it or not. Yeah. But start using it today.
I have a question, actually. When we're very new, so maybe what I'm asking is not where everybody else is, and you can shut me down, but when we first moved into E-Edge from top producer, there was a lacking of being able to actually stay on top of your clients specifically. So I had to rework Edge to make it so that we could take each client, follow their listing, and do job-specific tasks for that client for follow-up. Is that going to be easier in this one?
Yes.
Because, like, is it more similar to top producer than E-Edge was? Because we really had to manipulate the system to make that work.
Okay. The best answer I can have for you is that the agents that have built this are currently using what? No. Top producers. Commissioning. They're using the top, most powerful CRMs available today. So when they came into class with Gary Keller, they said, we need this, we need that. What did they have in mind? Not this, they had top producer. So that's why when you're going to start using command, you're going to say, hey, I feel like home somehow. Of course, because those ideas come from agents that are using these tools. So yes, you'll be able to stay on top of your clients, either using smart plans or other means. Okay?
And I think what's happening is that E-Edge is very old technology now.
Yeah.
And Keller Williams has talked about replacing E-Edge for the last 2 to 3 years. And I think as this rolls out, E-Edge will go away.
Yeah.
There'll be no E-Edge, and it'll be all here.
Yeah.
Even your marketing suites that he just showed you, you're going to get more advanced marketing suites to build flyers or whatever than you currently are having in E-Edge.
Yeah, and think, again, you create something here in Sketchhouse. It's available. You go to Smart Plans. You say, now I want to do a marketing campaign on that. Boom. And I want to target a specific group of clients. You go in Command. What are you going to see in the timeline? You're going to see what that client received. It all flows together. You're going to be able to ask Kelly, did I send this to that person? You see? So it's all tying together for you guys. But make no mistake, there is a legacy of E-Edge out there. Some people have been using it for years, and they use more so in the States because it's been created in the States with an American mindset. So it won't go away tomorrow. But it's always going to be up to the people to decide if I want to move on and change. But probably, like I said, like 5 years from now, probably that E-Edge is no longer going to be around because Keller Williams is paying for it every month or every year, and it's costing a lot of money. So they want to get rid of it. Any more questions? I don't know if the guys over there have questions.
Haven't seen anything.
No? Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much. My name is Gilles. Gilles.plourde@kw.com. If you ever have a question on technology, you can ask me, Trevor. He's your tech ambassador. Your team lead is there to grow the business, she's not a tech guru, so come to me for questions. It'll be my pleasure to help you.